doing, it doesn't matter right now. What you're doing is interfering with city business, and you need to stop. If you don't, they're going to issue a criminal trespass over there, be going on their property.
What property?
Where that hangar's being built.
Right there?
Yeah, if you go on their property, you'll be issued a criminal trespass. That's why I've got them here.
I'm sorry.
Now, if you don't stop,
that's the city property.
he's got a lease on it. It's his property.
It's just like anytime you know, it's kind of like if he's leasing it, it's like a landlord-tenant kind of
your
deal.
hangar?
He
hangar?
has
man,
right
this
to
is
all
big.
the property there under where the construction is being built. He can say who he wants there and who he doesn't want there. So what what the city manager is saying is that to cease all email communications and to not go back to the location of the construction. If you do, and you continue with whatever you're doing, then a criminal trespass will be issued, and then after that, the criminal trespass has been issued, if you could go back, go to that construction, or, you know, you could be arrested for criminal trespass. So.
It'll have to go to will it have to go to grand jury first?
No.
Or can you arrest me and then go to grand jury?
On a criminal trespass, once that is issued, it's not been issued yet. It's what he was saying, if you continue what you're doing, it will be issued. And then once we issue that criminal trespass and you sign it saying, hey, you've been notified that you've been issued this, if you go back, there's no grand jury, you would be arrested and then you would go before, you know, you'd be arraigned and things, the whole jail process from
That's
there.
real unusual.
We're not there yet. We're trying to avoid all that right now by him coming and speaking to you.
That's how serious it's gotten. That's why.
Okay. Well, I've been here on the airport. I've been here when every cubic yard of concrete on this airport was poured. I've been very concerned about making sure that we don't have an airport that looks like Lakewater, for a bad example. I want us to look nice. I want people to continue to brag about what a cool looking airport we have. And I spent many hours and a lot of my own money just helping develop where those 5 acres, those 5 hangars are up on the hill. I led the program to get those built. I went to the banks and got the money. I helped with TxDOT to get the grant to put the ramps in to access the hangars. I set it up so we had 100 feet between door to door. There was a reason for that, and it paid off 20 some odd years later. I would like to have an opportunity to have that discussion to say, hey guys, shouldn't we try to keep that? I understand Andrew told me that there was a gas line up there. I can't remember them putting in that gas line, so I'm just wondering. And plus, when we fix that pad where those T hangars are going to, where Tim's going to build the hangar, we filled that about 16 feet, or close to 20 feet. So if there was a gas line there, it's down there 20 feet deep. So I mean, and if it is, and if it goes east and west, it's probably underneath one of these other buildings over here too. So I mean, why am I not given the opportunity to have that discussion? It didn't come up
again. Schedule that meeting.
So I'm glad we're here. I mean, I've been trying to get you out here to talk about that. But last time we talked, you said you didn't want my input because you wanted Tim and Stephen because they were younger.
But you can't go over there and provide the input to them.
I didn't go up there.
Go ahead and reschedule that meeting and we'll talk.
Well, and so...
and by the way, thank you for all you've done.
No, and then if you open the hangar out to the ramp, there's that could be in violation of the taxiway obstacle clearance zone. And if it is, I'm not saying it is, I'm saying let's at least look at that. But if it is, that disqualifies the airport for future FAA money.
Go ahead and schedule that meeting, and we'll talk about it.
Steve,
Listen.
So, can I say something, Steve? I wish you would have come to. You knew I was managing that project.
Yeah, well, I talked.
Why didn't you come to me? I could have gone over all this with you. I appreciate what you've done. And I could have explained to you the reasons we set it up like we did. Okay. And based on what you said this morning, we moved it.
I'll just let I understand.
Just come to me.
You know, the,
Take your ideas.
The building is out of the taxiway clearance, so.
thank you guys, I'll try not
And like I
to,
said,
so,
we're not here to
I'll
issue
try
anything
not to
right now,
trespass.
but just keep
And
that
that's
in mind what
supposed to
you
stay
just
off of
said.
all the property on the airport?
Just right there where they're
Yeah, they're
building.
just kind of
And
informal
stay
type
off of the
requests.
dirt part.
If it's on his property, stay off his property.
Yes.
Well, I don't see his stakes up there, so.
There's stakes up
What's the gentleman's name,
There's stakes
Mr.
up.
McBride?
Well, just, if you got concerns, come to me. I'm managing it for him. And have been.
Thank you
And
for coming
please
out,
stop
I
sending
appreciate
the, and please stop sending the emails. Will you do that?
To who?
To Mr. Trailer, or is it Trailer? Yeah.
Andrew got one, that's what.
You've got
He
him.
grew up in my front yard.
I know,
I've
but
known him since he was a child.
you've got him really concerned.
He
And
should
that's,
be.
Steve, he's this close to taking that jet to Longview.
I
He'll
understand
do
that.
it too.
If you don't cease, I'm going to go before the next council meeting and ask them to remove you from the board. That's how serious this is, Steve. You got to stop interfering.
I'm
Please.
not interfering, I'm only asking questions.
Ask it
Okay,
to-
did y'all get it figured out? Or
Ask
you
it to
gonna have
him. Ask him to
To
him.
me, I'll give you everything.
Ask him.
We have-
Not the guy that's building it and the owner. You got
Well,
to
I
stop.
asked you if I could have a copy of the layout and see what they were doing. I was curious, and you never did respond.
I send it to
I asked you if you'd
Stephen.
let
We've
it.
got it. You haven't come to. You came to me.
Okay.
He's the guy you need to go to.
Y'all had the meeting up there one night. I was sitting right here. I was not invited to come up there and talk
What meeting?
when you guys were up there looking at that layout.
With
I don't know who was up there with you.
that must be Chris Whitfield.
Anyway, but I've never been asked to, invited to look at it.
Here's the thing, at the end of the day, the building height is out of the area that it needs to be. The building, the building is off of the center line, 10 feet, or 8 feet further than it needs to be by the guidelines. And the 100-foot clearance of the hangar to hangar is just something that you guys set up back in '98 and has nothing to do with TxDOT. We've already ran it by TxDOT and we already ran it by the FAA. We don't want to lose this hangar and these people and this business and this stuff.
We need to move our vehicles. Let's put them over. We can put them over here. Hey, that'll work for it. Just get it out of your way. See that?